Good morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think what we're going to do in this video is kind of like a weekly vlog. I'm not going to obviously film my entire week, and also it's Tuesday today, so I've already missed Monday. But yesterday I was just so busy with work that, you know, just didn't get a chance. But there's a few things going on this week. Basically in 10 minutes time the vet's coming to take a blood sample from Mcallister. And then I've got things like the Farrier's coming on Friday to redo Billy, and I've got a really old friend of mine that I used to be on a livery yard with when I was 12, 13. She's coming up this weekend with her horse, which is the same horse, which is so good. And we're going to have a nice ride this weekend. So it's just a few little cutesy things going on, or cutesy and functional things going on, that don't necessarily warrant a whole video for themselves. So we'll put them all together. It's like a weekly vlog without a Monday. So the reason that the vet's coming out to take a blood off Mcallister is because, you know how he's always just been really relaxed and sleepy and docile, and at the end of one of my last videos, the one where I went hunting really early in the morning, he was like laying on the grass and he was all asleep and snoozy, and that's really cute and lovely, but I just want to make sure that it's not anything a little bit sinister. I just want to make sure that that's his personality and not that he's got a deficiency or he's got something that could be wrong with him. Please excuse my filthy dirty mirror. Tuesday's outfit. What do we think? Do we like it? Also, I lost my pearl earrings in Billy's stable. I was picking out his feet. A few hours later I went back in the house and I was looking in the mirror and I was like, oh, one of my earrings has gone. So there's a pearl earring somewhere in Billy's stable. I did get my niece to go looking for it, and to be fair to her, she did a very good job of looking, and she managed to find the back, which I thought that would be impossible. I only sent her in there for a bit of peace and quiet. I didn't actually think she'd find anything. But she found the back, couldn't find the pearl earring, and she even said, she was like, I would rather buy you a new pair of earrings than spend any longer siphoning through Billy's dirty bed. So fair, and Laura, I will hold you to that. So, you know, but in the meantime, we've got these gold little studs. What do we think, Bubsies? Is it time to go see the vet? Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. So literally, by the time I got outside, the vet was already there, so I didn't have time to get my camera out and everything. I did film a little TikTok with their permission, so I've got some like phone clips that you will have seen, or I'll have put the TikTok in. I swear my horses are just determined to bankrupt me. The vets have been out again today, this time not for Billy. They've been out for Mcallister, who's my 5-year-old ex-racehorse. There's no emergency, there's nothing overwhelmingly wrong with him, but he's just always been a very lethargic horse. I've owned him for 2 years now, and he's just always been very docile, and there's been a couple of things over the last few weeks, just very minor things, like he's been stumbling a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure that there's nothing deeper going on, and I just want to make sure that it is his personality rather than a medical issue. So a general blood test is always a good idea. We also made sure that he wasn't in pain anywhere. He wasn't in pain. We did some flexion tests and some trot ups.
Thank you.
There was nothing that appeared to be wrong. So we'll see what the blood tests say when the results come back in a day or two. As always, Billy tried to steal the limelight, but the main character today was Mcallister. So hopefully we get good. But yeah, it was a very quick visit. They were there for maybe like 20 minutes. There's nothing really wrong with him. If the blood's come back clean, then maybe we could check for ulcers or something, but then he just doesn't, like, he's not a stressy horse. I don't know. So it's getting on quite late in the day. I don't even know what time it is. It's got to be 5 o'clock. Hang on. 10 past 5, look at that. 10 past 5. Because of the weather, I've just not been that inspired to go and get on Mcallister. So instead, I've been doing some really boring work, just getting bits done that I need to get done. But now the weather's picked up. I think we've probably got an hour before it starts raining again. I'm not actually a weather girl. I'm not qualified. I just I go by what I feel, and just looking at the sky, I'm going to give myself an hour before it starts on another storm. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just having a bit of orange juice because I think I'm getting ill. I do. I've had a bit of a dry throat for the last few days, and today I've got a headache, and I do just feel a little bit lethargic. Am I Mcallister? Do I know my blood's doing? I just feel like I'm not quite right. But I feel really good. Like mentally I've got loads of energy. I just physically feel like I'm coming down with something. So we're having some vitamin C to ward off any nasties. That's really as exciting as it gets around here. So I'm gonna have my orange juice and then go and get my pony. Don't look at my skin. She's definitely getting ill. Just to make it clear, I absolutely did not have an hour before it started raining again. I've just got stuck in it. Can you tell? I've not even groomed him, I've not even tacked up. I literally got the horses into the stables, and then I had to go and deal with something at Isla's yard and give her a hand with her horses, and then I got stuck in the rain, and you know. But I think I've ummed and ahed, and I thought, do I want to put myself through this, because it is really horrible, but also he's not been sat on for 2 days. I would quite like to just get a little ride in, and the rain is pretty much here to stay all week, so you know, got to get used to it, got to live with it. There's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. I don't know who said that to me. I don't know if it was my auntie or my sister, but whoever it was, well done, very good advice. I don't know if that's coming across that well on camera, but I was literally just about to go and put my hat on and get on. And we've got another downpour, so I'm going to give it a few minutes. Hello. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Poor Callie. He's ready to go. Oh, why did I decide to ride? Today was not the day, was it, Billy? You've got the right idea. Extended holly bobs. Anyway, it's going to clear up. Any minute now, it's going to be a lovely sunny spell. Good boy. Otis, off you go. Yeah, boy. Another thing I've learnt today is that the nights are drawing in quite quickly. So when I got on board at, I think it was about 5 to 7, I thought, oh, it's getting a bit dark. I've only probably got 45 minutes. So that was interesting. I kind of forgot that that happens. Good boy. Morning, everyone. It's Wednesday and I'm ill. Like, we won't actually, do you know what? We're not going to get too close because there's bad skin. I just feel really swollen, like my throat is very swollen. So I've had quite a leisurely morning, and now I just need to go out and sort the horses out. And I think today is just going to be quite relaxed and just running some little errands. Hello, focus. Also, do you like my hat? It's a new hat. I feel like it would be, if this was on somebody else, like a city girl that was wearing it ironically, it would be really cool. But because I'm actually a crazy horse girl, I just look completely insane wearing it. But today I need comfort. Like, I'm back in. Shock horror, I didn't throw this away. I'm wearing it, and we've got another hole coming into the neckline. So I've just nipped out to the vets to pick up baby Dillon Otis's flea prescription, because they're due to be flea'd tomorrow. We don't need worming this time, that's not till December, so that's all good. I feel okay, but I'm not okay, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't feel low energy or anything, I just feel like I'm in pain. Like, I've got a headache, and my throat hurts. But it's all okay. We're wearing leopard print. to try and like zhuzh up the mood. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're ill, like right now, I would quite like to just be in a hoodie and my pyjamas with a hot cocoa. But no, we're better than that. We're carrying on, stiff upper lip, and we're going to get through this together. Guys, you know what I didn't need today was to get caught in a storm. As I was paying for my stuff in the supermarket, I could hear this thunder, and naturally, once I was walking out, it was absolutely chucking it down, so I had to go and unload my shopping and then go and take my trolley back. I'm absolutely soaked through, so if I wasn't ill already, I definitely will be now. I'm not going to ride. I'm not going to ride. I'm going to go and get Starbucks and just treat myself.
Good afternoon, Alex.
There's no pumpkin spice and there's no decaf, so we're stuck in the drive-thru, but we're not going to participate in the drive-thru. I'm just going to go home and make myself a cup of tea. Okay. Good morning, Dilly. Where's Otis? We've been up and at it this morning. It's now 7:15 and both the horses are in. They've had their feet done. Mcallister's all tacked up, ready for me to get on him. I'm just putting on my hat, but really what I'm doing is waiting for baby Dill to turn up. He's down a hole somewhere. He was chasing a little bunny and he's gone down a hole somewhere. So he'll be back shortly, I hope. Hang on. Looking as proud as Punch. Also, the thing with these bangs is like my hair looks disgusting at the moment. I've not styled it for like 2 days and it got rained on yesterday, remember? But when I put my hair like in a ponytail or a bun to ride, do I just tuck these? Did I do that? Big problems. Dill! Look how proud of himself he is. Oh, he's a good boy. On you. We all know how this ends. Yeah, good stuff. Is that nice, Bubba? Shall I perch here? I haven't actually explained to you what's happening today. So the reason I've been up so early and ridden is firstly because I didn't ride yesterday and it just seemed like the best chance at good weather, although that was not the case. Otis, you are really blocking my view to camera. The other thing is, do you remember my friend Amy from the pub ride video with her horse Clipper? So we've decided that Clipper's going to come to mine. I don't know how long for, but it just seemed the right thing to do because I've got almost too much grass and it just makes sense. So we're going to go and get Clipper this morning. It's now, I think it's about 8:30. I think Amy's coming over just after 9. I'm not sure in what capacity we're going to go get him because he's not actually very far from me where he is currently. I think it might be better for him, like mentally, if he's ridden from where he is now to mine, and then one of us can ride him back, one of us can take the car and just fill it with all his stuff. I just think if he goes on a horse box, which he doesn't really travel much anyway, Amy really only rides him where she is, so I think that might just wind him up a bit. unnecessarily, whereas if he's just on a normal hack and then he comes to mine and he sees my horses, which he's met hundreds of times, we've all ridden together loads and loads, I think that will just be a little bit more peaceful for him, and he won't feel like it's a sudden change. He'll just think, I'm on a hack and we've stopped off for a little pit stop. Does that make sense? But I don't know, I'll mention it to Amy and just see how the land lies. She said he's not been sat on for about 5 weeks, so whether she'll want to ride him or whether she'll ask me to get on, I don't know. Excuse my appearance. I feel like, do you know what I feel like? I feel a little bit like I put a lot of effort into my outfits in normal life, most of the time. Some of the time absolutely not, but most of the time I like to pull a look. I'm so over trying to look good and be around the horses. It's just not conducive. Like, when you've got nice clothes on, you don't want to get them dirty. And I think when you've got comfy, old, functional clothes on, you don't mind. Like, am I making sense?
It's a McAllister sandwich. Good boy. Oh. Or not.
No. They were all waiting for me at the gate. It's very relaxed vibes. Good boy. My problem is now I don't know where to put the camera and my candle without burning my house down. Today has been really quite arduous. There's been quite a lot going on. So obviously we got Clipper this morning, and I didn't really film any of that because it was just like, get it done, do you know what I mean? Rather than let's make content. It just needed to be a bit more functional and taken a little bit seriously. And it was only Amy and I moving everything, so, you know, there wasn't really many spare hands to kind of film, get the moments on camera. So we drove in my car to where we got Clipper from, which was, as I said, 2.5 miles from my house, and then we loaded everything of his into my car, a bit more on the chin, into my car, and then once all of that was in and packed, ready to go, we got Clipper in from his field, tacked him up, and then because he's not been sat on for, I think Amy said 5 weeks, she wasn't too confident in riding him back. So we said, okay, you can drive the car, I'll ride him back. So I rode him back to my house, and Amy was like right behind me in the car, and he was as good as gold. I mean, he was a little bit fresh, but he was all right. And then I put him straight in the field and untacked him in the field where Billy and Mcallister are. And I thought that Billy would have been over snorting his head off, and Mcallister loves Clipper, like they ride together all the time. So I kind of thought there'd be a bit of like action, and there just wasn't. Hang on, I'm going to get another face mask. So it wasn't a massive reaction from anybody. And then Amy and I stayed with them for quite a while. I think it's just always interesting to watch horse psychology. So, do you know what, Jennifer? Stop talking. Just take this muck off your face. Am I beautiful now? So, yeah, it became quite clear very early on that they weren't going to kill each other. Everything was going to be fine. And, yeah, so we left them to it, went and had some lunch and a cup of tea. And then when we went back outside, they were all just kind of stood in a little trio, heads down, eating grass. Clipper was covered in mud, so he'd obviously had a roll. and that's always a good sign that he felt comfortable enough to have a roll. So we've now got 3 horses in the paddock, which is a good job because Billy and Mcallister have got such fat little tummies. There's just too much grass for them on there, so really having Clipper is a godsend, and should help us out. So that's kind of what's gone on today. It's really just been about moving Clipper in, making sure he's okay and Billy and Mcallister are okay with the changes. And yeah, we've got the farrier coming tomorrow, and I need to ring the vet and get Mcallister's blood test because I've not heard anything yet. And I thought I would have today because it's been 48 hours today. So we'll ring them tomorrow and just see what's going on, see if we can get some results. I'm going to take Mcallister for a little ride now. I'll take Otis with me. Baby Dill and Billy are going to stay here. And then the farrier should be here in an hour, hour and a half. So if I'm not back in time, which I think I will be, well, I'm planning to be back by then. If I'm not back, he can just help himself and get started on Billy anyway. So, you know, there's no rush. I think we're all ready for our breakfast, are we? You were a very good boy. You were a very good boy. Are you a bit tired? You're always a good boy. Just wait for the farrier to come now, don't we? Okay, let's make some breakfasts. Ooh.
I'm going to have to sign up for this.
Morning everybody. Not me saying that I don't care what I look like and then spending half an hour putting my makeup on because I got up early and I didn't realise what time Laura was coming, so that's on me, but I am feeling chic. So what's happening today is Laura's coming and we're going to go for a ride together. Laura's a very old friend of mine. We were on a livery yard together when we were literally like from the age of about 11 until I sold my pony at 15, 16. So, you know, we've not ridden together for a very long time. It's been over a decade, is as much as I'm going to say on that one. But it's been a very long time and I haven't seen her for maybe 3 or 4 years, I think, since we've been like actually spending time. Why aren't we focusing? So we've got a lot to catch up on, a lot of ground to cover. We're just going to take the ponies along the river. So I'm going to go and get them in now. I had a wave of intelligence wash over me and I realised now I've got 3 horses, I can leave Billy in the field with Clipper when I get Mcallister in. Because the only reason I was having to get them both in was because Billy will not tolerate being left. And normally I wouldn't really care, but in the field that they're in, there is a gate that goes straight onto the lane and I didn't really want him to jump it, and he would. So that's why I've had to get them both in like every time I want to ride, which is fine. But I have just had a moment of realisation where I thought I don't actually need to do that now. Billy's got company, he's absolutely fine. That's made life a lot easier. We're just going to get Bucket Guts in and sort him out. Little Cal, Callie Alley. I got the results off the vet yesterday and she said his bloods were absolutely fine. The only thing that was possibly not normal was he had slightly elevated muscle enzymes, but she said it wasn't really anything significant, it wasn't anything to write home about, it was just so we're aware. And she was like, and that kind of fits in with his condition, like he does struggle to put muscle on. So she was like, I would just keep an eye on him. And maybe she suggested trying some Ectop Myoplast, and I have used that in the past on Billy and I just thought it was an expensive gimmick. I don't actually think it does anything, and I have heard from people that know things that it's basically just spirulina covered in sugar. So I'm hesitant to put him on that. I'd rather just feed him good food and keep trying to build his muscle up. So I spoke to the nutritionists at Allen and Page. I always find that really tricky to say. Allen and Page. Allen and Page. I spoke to them yesterday and she said that the feed he's on is actually a really good source of protein, so that should help him. Because I had another one, which is more of a putting on weight one, called Soothing Gain, and she said compare them both together, the Power and Performance which he's on and the Soothing Gain. The Power and Performance does have higher protein, whereas the Soothing Gain is higher in fibre and is more for slow release energy. So then she actually said when he's doing hard work, like through the winter when he's going hunting, it might be worth just mixing his feed, the Power and Performance, in with Billy's feed, the Veteran Vitality, because that's a slow release energy. And then she suggested getting some micronized linseed, which isn't a branded product, it's just lots of brands sell it, and just adding that to his feed, just give him a bit more and see if that makes a difference. So the general consensus is he's absolutely fine, just he's going to be one of those horses that's kind of just his shape. We're going to struggle to put much muscle on, but we'll keep trying, we'll do the best we can for him. And I mean, he's perfectly happy, he's very good when he's ridden, he's just super relaxed, so at least we know that there's nothing wrong with him and it is just his personality. We're all tacked up and ready to go. I'm really excited. There's something about childhood friends, it's just so like, you just instantly go back to being a child. So I think today's going to be a lot of fun and we'll just be clowning around like we used to. So I hope you're ready, Callie, for the shock of your life. He's about to see Mother like he's never seen her before. Give us a wave. I've had like a... Oh, Jack, you beautiful boy.
Other one.
Oh.
That's why.
Come here, turn around.
Say bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I thought I'd escaped it, but it's Sunday, it's the last day I'm going to film, and I've woken up so poorly. My throat is really sore, I can barely breathe through my nostrils, and I just feel generally a bit rubbish. So I think what I'm going to do, I did say I'd ride with Aya. Jesus. I did say I'd ride with Isla and Leah this morning, so I think it's like 8:30 now. I'm going to go and get McAllister, tack him up, and then go meet them for a really quick ride. I think Isla's going to work later anyway, so it's going to be a short one. And then I'm going to come back, possibly watch a Disney film. And it's just, oh my goodness. I mean, this is crazy. I started getting ill, when was it, like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I felt really good for the last few days. Really good might be an overstatement, but I felt fine. And then today I woke up and thought, no, it's got me, So my immune system has failed me on this occasion, but we're going to keep fighting. Being all positive and having a glowy outlook on life, I've now got a rather sexy voice, haven't I? So it's much different from my usual squeaky, high-pitched nonsense. So I need to stop doing this. Feeling great. Feeling great. That was very nice and gentle for a Sunday morning when I'm not feeling that sparky. I literally just walked and gossiped, had a little canter through a field, and then walked and gossiped. So that was quite nice. Yeah, putting the world to rights, solving all the problems of the world. So yeah, I'm quite relieved to have finished, and I need to fill up the horses' water buckets in the field, and then don't know what I'm gonna do. But as I said, it's probably going to be a Disney film of some sort. Hello. Hello, baby. Let's see what you've destroyed in there. I'm coming. I'm coming. Good boy. Just wait there for a minute. You just... Okay. What are you doing, Bubba's? Oh, you've just shredded more of the wall, but that's okay. Oh, you gorgeous boy. Come on then. Oh, watch your nose. Watch your nose. Good boy, Callie. Right, we'll give you some breakfast as well.